Hello, my name is Judy, and this is assignment 4.3, Lufthansa Capstone Solution Plan. Earlier this month, the Lufthansa CEO said that the company is burning through more than $500 million per month in light of the current pandemic. So we need to find efficiencies and make improvements to try and save some costs. One of these opportunities is a program called IQ Move. It will provide employees the ability to find and maintain current publications from an application that can be downloaded onto any company network device. It will check the current user's profile publications and automatically download the most current version. It's quicker and correct, thus preventing mistakes being made which may compromise the safety of personnel, damage to equipment, or result in fines. The program's goal is to reduce operational expenses by 3%. The program is projected to save around $88 million per year in operating expenses. So what this program does, it's just an application that will go ahead and find all these publications in these users' preferences for engine publications or flight manuals, etc., and automatically find the most current version and have it downloaded so employees don't have to spend 30 minutes to an hour to go to this website, log in, download, and have the most current stuff. It'll be right there in front of them. With the key opportunities and challenges, the sales analysis for IQ Move, again, is projected to save around $88 million per year. With this breakdown, you can see 2016 through 2019 with the total revenue, cost of revenue, gross profit, and this is projected based off a minimum of 3% savings. So if you have average operating expenses over the last 4 years, minus that 3%, that's where we get that 88 million per year. So down at the very bottom, just a basic example, average price of seat before IQ Move, say it's $100. Average maintenance per seat before IQ Move is around 60, so profit per seat is around $40. Afterwards, average price of the seat is still $100, but average maintenance per seat after IQ Move is $58. So it might not sound like much. Profit per seat has gone up to 42, but you add that up over an airplane that has 200 to 400 seats, and then over the entire fleet, that does add up. For the breakdown, there would be a new division implementation for employees that would be responsible for making this program work through the ETL, extracting, transforming, and loading all these publications into an application. There would be a training division, product division, services division, and then it'd fall under an operations management person. In this chart, the application hours estimated around 1,200 hours, cost per hour. So development upgrade cost around 60,000, and then you have the personnel around $250,000 per division, and then you have additional software, internal training materials, and travel. So to implement this new training or operations division, it comes out to about $1.1 million. Well, if you subtract that off for the projected savings of 88 million, you're still ahead almost 87 million, 86.84. So this, again, not only is saving money, but it's saving potential losses in fines or accidents, safety investigations, etc. Actionable information. With this program, you have 4 main requirements going out to get the information. You have assessing or assigning the document requirements, interpreting requirements, assigning the task, and integrating the task. So all this stuff will be built and seamlessly implemented for the normal user. Doesn't matter if it's the pilot or the mechanic or flight operations person. This will be all done behind the scenes by the operations management team. We project that for this to be fully implemented and integrated, we developed a 5-year plan. Year one is just analyze initial requirements and hire the headquarters team, in process and set up shop. Year two would be to design and develop the IQ Move, start implementation. Year three, train employees, gather feedback, redesign IQ Move as needed. Year four, train, retrain as needed, begin routine implementation. And then year five, train existing employees, new employees as needed. Headquarters team updates materials and the app as needed, and at that point it will become self-sustaining under a normal revision cycle. With this operational process, you have the information, enterprise data, outside resource information coming in to the headquarters. Again, in yellow is that operations team with the management, training, product, and services division. They produce the final product and provide a training support team, which will go out to the regional facilities that will train and empower the employees, increase efficiencies, reduce workload, feedback for updates, feedback for continued reliability, and monitor and react. That information will then be fed back into the headquarters to gain insights and analytics to build better future products. The application process for this program is pretty simple. You have the IQ program. Anytime it's opened, it will look for reference updates. If there are reference updates, it will download and restart. Look for updated references. Nope, everything's updated. Then we'll initialize the program, update the library, maintenance work, time checks. Okay, it'll send notifications. Now, these apps are not going to have every publication that Lufthansa requires. It's only going to be based off of user preference. So a mechanic for working on engines is only going to be notified and download the engine maintenance manuals. A pilot would only be downloading and looking at the pilot information. So it's not going to be a huge resource of data information and take up large amounts of time for updates. It's just specific to the user. With the literature review, as a technical division Lufthansa Group, Technic has 30 subsidiaries, which goes across 60 different countries. With this IQ Move, it will help facilitate process standardization and lead 20,000 plus employees around the world to again provide that safer, quicker, more efficient work environment. Prior to the implementation IQ Move, compliance of procedures with international laws and standards were demonstrated by more than 360 PDF documents issued by about 250 authors across the company. And that's just one example of one small section, not to include all the other information that was previously discussed. So imagine going out and trying to find and make sure all these documents are uploaded and correct, and they could be between 2 to 120 pages, and then some of these maintenance manuals can be hundreds of pages. So the overall target of the IQ Move implementation is to ensure safety first and provide the safe execution of processes and educated decision making to employees around the world. That is the end of my presentation. Have a good day.